This thing costs $500. It can go in the air. It can get a picture quickly and cheaply. Journalists have been using manned aircraft for some time, but you're talking about thousands of dollars an hour to rent a helicopter. You're talking about hundreds of dollars an hour to get an fixed wing aircraft. You have to be above 500 feet to do that. These can get lower. They can do it cheaper. They don't require a ton of specialized training to fly. So the economic argument is the one that's going to carry the day. But as a tool, I think fairly simply it offers us an opportunity to get a different perspective on things. Are these going to tell stories by themselves? No. Are they going to fundamentally change the stories we tell? No. Are they going to add new and unique and interesting elements to stories that we would do already? Absolutely they would. Drones are a tool in a future of journalism, but they're not the future of journalism. Not ever going to be. Most of them that you'll see won't have this beautiful plastic shell on it. This makes it a lot more friendly looking. I don't have the GoPro on here. That's battery's charging right now, but this is your basic plastic gimbal that just holds a GoPro camera. We mount gyroscopically stabilized ones on here that are much bigger. They make the video look like it's on a boom, like it's on a rail. It's just as flat and smooth as can be. They add a significant amount of weight to it, so it cuts the flight time down. You have battery compartment here. You put it in there. These things, basically people say, oh, how high can they go? How far can they go? The answer is I don't know, because at about 300 feet, this thing gets really hard to see. So it has to remain within your sight at all time. It can go higher and it can go farther than you can see it. And that's bad. You don't want that to happen. So they're fast, they're nimble. They have GPS on board inside here that helps level it and stabilize it. In the college, we have a failure pile, which is all of the broken parts from all of the crashes that we've had. My favorite crash story is, actually I wasn't there for it was a student who was flying it. He was flying about 3 feet above the Platte River in extreme western Nebraska on the Wyoming border. There was a deep spot in the river. Trees had fallen down there. There's a nice kind of white watery effect, and he's flying at about 3 feet, just doing this sweeping boom shot across the river. And he came back. He's coming back the other way. The autopilot on board did exactly what it was supposed to do. It detected an electrical anomaly on board, and it went into an emergency set-down procedure, and it did it right in the river. And all that my student could do is just sit there and watch it bubble down below the surface. Calls me up, freaking out. He's gonna go dive into the river and go get it, and I'm like, hold on. What do you mean dive in the river? The Platte's usually pretty shallow. You walk out there, you're not gonna get your knees wet. He's like, no, it's about 10 feet deep. And I'm like, it's gone, man. It's just gone. I made a joke with him. I said, even though you're an undergrad, you're still worth more than a $1,000 drone. So it was toast at that point. But I had to climb a tree at the Columbia Journalism School in New York to get a level 1 down because somebody crashed it in a tree. I nearly had to go on the roof of the library there when somebody tried to put it on the roof there. Yeah, they crash a lot, they break. The first thing you learn is you didn't budget enough for parts. So that's a ton of fun. It's how you want to make a living.